I noticed that this equation or this type of problem was confusing people, and it shouldn't. It really shouldn't, because this problem, let me rewrite it. Let me rewrite it in a way that probably won't confuse you. So it says z minus, and then it has a parentheses. It says negative 3.2 is equal to 3.69. Well, okay, people seem to be getting confused over the parentheses, but really all that means is z minus 3.2 equals 3.69. And you'll be like, oh, I totally know how to solve that problem, right? A double negative means a positive. So this equation is the same thing as z plus 3.2 equals 3.69. And now you know how to solve it. Well, yeah, these are the same thing, okay? This is not different. If you have a parentheses like this, you're allowed to just, kind of take it away. The reason that the textbook or worksheet wrote that out is just not to confuse you, not to make you think, oh, there must have been a typo or something like that. All right? So how do you solve this? You break off, well, z is connected to 3.2 with a plus sign. So I'm going to have to break off that 3.2 by subtracting 3.2 to both sides, right? 3.2 is the same thing as 3.20. Why did I write that? It's because I wanted to have the same amount of digits as the one over here. These guys are going to cancel out and just leave me with z, which is great. So z on this side equals, on this side, 9 minus 0. 9 minus 0 is 9. 6 minus 2 is 4. Shoot down the decimal. 3 minus 3 is 0. So z equals 0.49. How can I check that? I can go 3.2 or plus 0.49. Add them together, and I'm, of course, going to get 3.69. Okay, great. Next one. Okay, next one. 2 1/4 of y is equal to 3 3/8. Now, do I need to do the common denominator? Well, the common denominator is only applicable, or mean it only applies when I'm adding or subtracting a fraction. Am I doing that here? No. I am taking this number and I am multiplying it by y. Okay? So I am not adding or subtracting anything, so don't worry about it. Not a big deal. What I do need to do, though, is put this in improper fraction form. But before we do that, let's just say we have something multiplied by y equals another something. So if I divide out that something, so I divide out that 2 1/4, right? That's going to give me, well, these are going to cancel out, and I'm going to get y equals this divided by this. So I have y equals 3 3/8 divided by 2 1/4. Now, if you know how to do that without using improper fractions, kudos to you. You probably don't even need to be in this class. But if you don't, because I don't have a simpler way anyway, then I'm going to have to convert these to improper fractions. I'm going to say, well, y equals, how do I do that? 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. So this is 27/8. Right? So I have 27/8 divided by, I do the same thing over here. I do bottom number 4 times the unit, which is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. And I add the number up here. 4 times 2 plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. And I keep the same bottom number. Alright, so we learned from the last video that this is the same thing as the first number, whatever it is, fraction or not, multiplied by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So this number is 9/4, so the reciprocal is 4/9. Okay, and this is a good example. I want to just explore this for a second. I have 27/8 multiplied by 4/9. And the reason I want to explore this is because I see numbers on the top that can be reduced by numbers on the bottom. And what this is the same thing as 27 times 4 over 9 times 8. 4/8, well, look at that. 4 goes into 4 once, it goes into 8 twice. 9 goes into 9 once, and it goes into 27 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3, 1 times 2 is 2, and I get 3/2, which is the same thing as 1 1/2. So y is just 1 1/2. And you can test that out. You can test that out if you do 2 1/4 times 1 1/2, and you will hopefully get what we're looking for, or 3 3/8.